Well, welcome in the kitchen, everybody. I'm going to move y'all up just a little bit. I'm so glad you're here. It's almost Christmas, and I hope I get these videos up before Christmas. If not, make this for Valentine's Day. Your true love will absolutely love you more. We're going to make some fudge, some old fashioned, cooked on the top of the stove fudge. This is easy peasy. I know a lot of people make it in the microwave anymore. My mama stood at the stove and cooked it, and that's what I do. I stand at the stove and cook it. It's easy. You don't have to stand and stir it. Matter of fact, you're not supposed to stir it. You want a good heavy iron pot. If you don't have an iron pot, a great big or a big heavy, the heaviest saucepan you've got will keep it from sticking and burning. Mama always used an iron skillet, and her iron skillet is at the other house. I have yet to move it, but I've got this big heavy iron pot that works beautifully. So here we go. We need 3 cups of sugar, just plain white sugar. Okay, I've already made some today. Made plain chocolate already. I've made peanut butter. I've made peppermint. And we are going to make Rocky Road, which is the chocolate with pecans and marshmallows. Then we're going to make Nutella, which is exactly like the peanut butter, except I use Nutella in it, okay? So there's 1 cup of sugar. Let me get my sugar all measured out here. Y'all know me. I'll have too much or too little or have to remeasure. There's 2. There's our 3 cups of sugar. And you need 1.5 cups of milk. And I've got a little more than 1.5 cups here, so let me see if I'm down there yet. Another little drop. All right, there's my milk. And we need 2/3 of a cup. This is going to be the Rocky Road, so we're going to make it chocolate. You need 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Just Hershey cocoa powder or store brand or whatever you've got laying around the house. All righty. And you need something to stir it up with. So you just got a spoon. And I turn it on high until I get it to cooking. Okay? Because you want all this sugar to dissolve. Can y'all see down in my pot? I think you can. Turn y'all over there just a little bit. Bring you down a little bit. Maybe. Why don't I bring y'all all the way over here? Because we don't need that mixer till we get to the end. All right. Can y'all see down in my pot? I believe you can. So that cocoa powder sits on top for a minute, but it all incorporates. You can put your cocoa and your sugar in there, mix it up first, then add your milk. Doesn't matter. That's all you've got to put in it. 3 ingredients: sugar, cocoa powder, and milk. Oh, and I forgot, you need just a little pinch of salt. Just a little tiny pinch, about like that. Maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Anytime you're cooking candy like this, you want to add some salt in it. It really just enhances the sugar flavor, and it's not overly sweet. It takes that real sweet out of it, but you don't want to do like my mama did one time. Mama kept her salt and sugar. Would buy salt in big bags, just like she did sugar, and she kept it in big clear jars. Well, she was going to make some candy. My brother loves fudge, and she was going to make him some chocolate or peanut butter. I don't know what kind. Anyhow, she got it out, measured her 3 cups, put it in the pot, and she put her milk, and it was probably to about this stage right here, just kind of starting to melt, and it wasn't real hot yet. He said, Mama, let me have a taste. He always loved it just like this. Well, he got him a taste of that, and I'm telling you, she had the salt instead of the sugar. Y'all probably could have known where I was going with that story. Well, he spit it out. Needless to say, Mama had to pour it all out and start all over. But she learned a valuable lesson. She would always taste it to make sure that she had sugar before she put it in a pot to make candy. So that's one of the things I'll never forget about Mama and her candy making. Then there was another one, and I don't even remember what we were making. And the recipe called for 2 cups or 3 cups of butter. Well, a cup is 2 sticks. And I put in 12 sticks or something like that. Anyway, I doubled the butter. And when it started cooking, that candy come out of that pot and it went all over the stove. It was going down the front of the stove. That candy, hot, bubbling sugar and butter was going everywhere. I mean, to tell y'all, that was the biggest mess. It went down between Mama's stove and her cabinets. But that one was on me because I did not look. I was little, not little, I was young. I was probably about 16, 15 or 16. And so it's been a while back, but I did do that. Y'all can see this is starting to all incorporate. Just want to stir it at first till it comes to a boil. And I've got it up on almost high. And then when it starts to boil, then I'm going to turn it down, way down, to a little below medium. I've got 10 little notches on my stove, and I turn it to about 4 or 4.5. And then you just let it cook. And it usually takes 20, 30 minutes, something like that. You want it to get to what they call a soft ball stage. And if you've got a candy thermometer or a digital meat thermometer, which is what I have, I've seen me use it before. I've got this thermometer right here. And you want it to reach 235 to 240 degrees. And I'll just stick that in there. This is a little instant read thermometer. And I'll just stick that in there occasionally when I think it's starting to get thick. And you all will be able to see how it does. And you can make chocolate peanut butter fudge. Let's see, today I made peanut butter, I made plain chocolate and plain peanut butter, and I made peppermint, and I crushed up candy canes, or you can buy them already crushed up, but they cost more. I just bought candy canes and stuck them in the food processor. And this is going to be Rocky Road, and then I'm going to make Nutella, and that's going to be all the fudge that I'm going to make, hopefully. All right, y'all see how it's starting to bubble and boil? There you go. That's what you want to do. I'm going to turn it down, like I said, to about 4. Because you just want it to just make a rolling boil. And like I said, it'll take 20 minutes, maybe 30. But you can see how thin it is. Can y'all see that on my spoon? How thin that is? And I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready at 235. I usually go 237 because it's right in the middle. So, all righty, we're going to let this cook. There's a lump of something. It's probably chocolate, and it will cook out. I promise you. It will cook out. All right, I'll be back when it's reached its temperature. Y'all don't want to stand here and watch me cook this, I know. Okay, I'm going to turn y'all around here just a little bit. Y'all can still see the stove, and you can see me right here. You also need to go ahead and get ready your flavoring. You need vanilla, and you need 4 tablespoons of butter. And this is unsalted butter because I put salt in it. You need 4 tablespoons of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla or a capful. And then you need a pan that's buttered. Okay, a buttered dish, greased pan. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this in 2 because we'll use each one of these, one in each batch. And it's still got some time to cook here. It's not ready. Can y'all see it? Y'all can see it bubbling there. And I'll be back in just a minute. Okie doke, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's see where we are. This is saying 71. You don't want it to touch the bottom of your pot. We're at 210. Oh, we're getting there. It's still climbing. It's at 223. Okay, so we got about another 5-10 minutes to go. I'm going to wipe this off good. And you want to get it dry. You don't want to get any water in your fudge. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Y'all can see how this is starting to thicken. You see how it's looking on the spoon? Come down here real close. Can y'all see how it's starting to thicken up on that spoon, the back of that spoon? And I've heard people say my fudge is runny. It didn't get hard. Well, a lot of it, you may not have cooked it long enough. The weather, it may have been a rainy day. There's lots of factors when you're making candy and fudge, especially. You have to have the right, Mama even had a barometer and a humidity indicator. I don't know what that's called. Maybe that is a barometer, I don't know. Anyway, she had one in the house so she could look at it and she knew what days were good and were not good. I just look out the window, and if it's sunny and not rainy, then I'm like, okay, I can make candy today, and it's not rainy. The sun was out a few minutes ago. It is starting to cloud up a little bit, but I think we'll be fine. This is getting there. It's getting real close. And when it gets to the soft ball stage, you want to take it off the heat. I'll just slide it over. And then you want to add in your 4 tablespoons of butter and your teaspoon or capful, as I do it, of vanilla. Then Mama, which I don't do, this is where I vary from what Mama did. Mama would take hers to the sink and have a sink full of cold water. She would put her pot in there and she would start to beat it with her hand. And she would beat it until the shine was gone. When it's got a dull finish is when it's ready to pour out. I don't do that. I just put mine in the mixer and let it stir until the shine is gone off of it. I don't beat it. I don't whip it because you don't want a lot of air in it. But I just kind of stir it with my paddle of my mixer. And that works beautifully, and it comes out real creamy that way. If you like hard fudge where it's not as creamy, then beat it in cold water in the sink. But you don't want to get water in it because it'll ruin it. So, kind of a double-edged sword. I want y'all to look at this. You can tell how it's looking. It's different. You see how it's looking a little bit different from what it was looking. It's getting thicker. I think y'all can tell that it's getting thicker. It's just about there. Oop, y'all don't want to look at my chest here, do you? All right, let's see where we're at. Mama could look at hers most of the time and tell. And then she would do the water test. She would drop it in some water, and if it would make a soft ball and hold its shape in that water, then it was ready. And we are almost there. We're at 229. So I'm going to get some water in a teacup and show y'all how she would do that. Let me get me a teacup up here and some cold water. All right, here we got a teacup and some cold water. Y'all can see over here everything I've been doing. This kitchen is upside down. And I thought, well, why not just jump on there and hopefully y'all get to sit now look at it. It's really changed the way it's bubbling. You see that? It's really changed now. I believe it's ready. So first of all, I'm going to do this and check it this way, but I'm pretty certain that it's ready. Okay. All right, we're at 230. 232. 33. You don't want your thermometer to touch the bottom of your pot because you'll get a false reading. All right, we're at 235. All right, and let me show you how this does. I want y'all to see this. Okay, you just want to put a drop or two in there, just like this, in that cold water. All right, I'm going to pull y'all down here. Right like this. Can y'all see that good? Look here, it's going to come into a little ball. Look at that. Can y'all see that? It's just a little soft ball. That's a soft ball stage. I'm going to reach over and turn it off. And I always love to eat that part. I did. That was my little thing. All right. Now then, your 4 tablespoons of butter go right in there, in that pot, right like that. And your vanilla goes right in there, right like that. Okay. We're going to stir it here in this pot until all that butter is melted. And y'all can see, y'all can't see because y'all are over here. I'm going to bring y'all over here. I'm going to have to hold you. You can see it's shiny. Do y'all see how shiny that is? See how shiny it is? Y'all, this took about 20 minutes to cook. So it may be 15 minutes in the microwave, but then you're using chocolate chips. You're not making old-fashioned candy. And if you're going to do it right. Or don't do it at all. That's what my daddy always said. If you're going to do something, do it right. Or don't do it at all, because you're going to have to go back and redo it. All right, our butter is melted now. All right, bring y'all back over here. Set y'all up. All right, here's our mixer bowl. Let me get it dried out good. You don't want any water at all anywhere around it. All right, let's see. Here's our beater. Y'all made cookies yesterday, and no, I did not make them with y'all. I just made them. I was not feeling the best yesterday. All right, now then, I'm going to take this off of that because it's going to be hard to pour in there. I'll come down there just a little bit. Let me grab my pot holder. And my spatula. All right. All that off. Right like that. I should have measured out my pecans, and this pot will sit right here like this and pour in there. So that's the reason I use it, because it is heavy. When it's heavy and full and hot and the stuff in it is hot and it's sugar and it will burn like nobody's business. You do not want to spill that on you. Okay. All right. There is that. Now then, like I said, I put it in the mixer. Can y'all see? Turn around here. Can y'all see? All right. And then Let me get our pecans measured out because, like I said, we should have had this done, but I don't. Alrighty. We're going to put in a cup of pecans. I just kind of pulsed these and kind of chopped them up a little bit. But we want to get this right here to going. I want y'all to be able to see when it loses its shine. So I'm going to put you down in there. All right, so I've just got it on low speed. I'm just stirring because I don't want it to whip it. Because if it whips it, then it never gets hard. It stays real. All right, and I've got these little tiny, I guess they're freeze-dried marshmallows. Doesn't really say, but I'm using these. Can y'all see that? They're like what you get in hot cocoa. Or like Lucky Charms marshmallows. Y'all, this doesn't take long, but this bowl is hot. As it starts to lose its shine, that's what you want. And then we will dump in 1 cup of pecans and a half a cup of those little baby marshmallows. If they don't, they'll quit jumping out of the measuring cup. And then you pour it out on your greased pan. Y'all can put peanuts in it. At this point, if you want to, my mama used to do it, and she would take and put a cup of peanut butter in here and have chocolate peanut butter fudge. Because we loved peanut butter. Anything peanut butter we'd eat. And I'm still about the same way. I love peanut butter. I love peanut butter way better than I do just peanuts. So, and this will usually stir around there for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. These are not toasted pecans. They are just plain raw pecans. It's still pretty shiny. All right, can y'all see it's starting to lose its shine just a little bit? I'm gonna let it set just a minute. Okay. Now it's losing its shine. All right, put these pecans in there and these marshmallows. Now you can tell it's not shiny. I want y'all to watch it because you can really see that it's not at the shine. Now you can maybe see it better. All right, there we go. Can y'all see how it's kind of lost its real shininess? Looks a little more dull. All right, now we're going to come over here. Maybe y'all can see my pan. I'll bring y'all over here. Now y'all can see this pan right here. Let me get my spatula. All righty. Oh, and it's already getting hard on me in this bowl, y'all. You have to work pretty fast once you put that stuff in there, and it's no longer shiny. All right, now then. All right, here we go. Now then, I'm just going to use my hands to mash this out, just like this. And usually it should pour out. You should not have to mash it. But I let that cook for just like an extra minute. And I'm telling you, when you do, I'm going to get it here. And it'll be fine. Just want it to all come together. As a matter of fact, I've got a little bitty rolling pin right here. Because I want to be able to cut this, or at least part of it. So, all right, there we go. There's that pan. But like I said, we let that cook and I'm telling y'all, when it gets ready, it's ready. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. Plus your nuts and your marshmallows make it thicker. All right, I'm gonna turn y'all off for just a minute. I gotta wash the pot, the bowl, the beater, all that stuff so we can make our Nutella, which is the same way I do my peanut butter. I've already done the peanut butter, so we're gonna do the Nutella. Okay, so I'll be back here in just a few minutes. Okay, here we go again. One, two, three cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of milk, and tiny little bit of salt. Turn it on high till we get it to cooking. This is the very same recipe. We just do not add the cocoa. Okay. This is your basic fudge, basic white fudge. If you want to make caramel fudge, use brown sugar. Caramel with walnuts or pecans is really good. Mama used to make that too. But this is going to be the last one of the fudges that I do. I do 5 fudges. I did 5 cookies yesterday. And tomorrow we're going to do some hard candy. That's always fun. Broken glass candy is what they call it, hard candy. You can mold it in molds if you've got some, or just put it out on a pan like I do my fudge. Then you just break it up. Alrighty, this is all incorporated, the milk and the sugar. I'm through with the sugar for today. I can put it away. And then in the end, we will add our teaspoon of vanilla, 4 tablespoons of butter, and that's where we add our Nutella or your peanut butter if you're doing peanut butter. This is the way you do the peanut butter. You just add peanut butter rather than Nutella. So I'm not going to make y'all stand here and watch this cook this time because you watched it a minute ago. So I'll be back when we get ready to dump it in our mixer bowl. And I already have my pan greased over here ready and waiting. So I'll see y'all back here in just a little bit, about 20 minutes. Okay, well, I've lost some footage on this video. We added at the end where we put it in the mixer to mix it and cool it down. We added 1 cup of Nutella. Then we poured it in our pan and it was good to go. I hate that we missed that footage, but that's all I did different between the two. It was just at the end I added Nutella rather than the marshmallows and the pecans. So remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.